good, everybody? It's your boy Kemet High here for another episode of The Break Live. Sending peace and blessings to everybody tapping in with us. Today's guest, someone who's been all over the internet lately. Some know her as the 718 Princess. Others know her as Big Gator. The masses know her as Lola Brooke. In the words of my barber, Will Brantley, she got that beach ass flow. And there's a number of slow burning hits that attest to that. So she should be joining us soon. We can go ahead and get it cracking. Talk about her come up in the rap game. Let me see if she's in the virtual vicinity. Bear with me, Yo.
What's up? Oh, let me fix my. Hold on.
Your thing, right? Get her.
Let me. All right.
You good?
What's up?
Yo, how you living?
I can't complain.
Yeah.
Doing the things I like to do.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, good to see you. I appreciate you for taking the time. You already know we're gonna chop it up real easy and breezy about your come up in the rap game. So,
right.
Yeah, you with it?
I'm with it. Let's go.
For sure. All right, so off rip, let's go ahead and get right into it. I know you rep Bed-Stuy. What kind of experiences did you have growing up there? Like, what are some things that you went through that people from that area in Brooklyn could relate to?
It's a lot. Like, I say it like this. Brooklyn is the trenches. Like, it's like any other trenches in the world. We probably just a different culture, but the demeanor and our souls is the same. Like, it's all nothing but pain and hurt in Brooklyn. And it's so crazy how we still could somehow just still be confident. Like, we go through so much in Brooklyn, but when we come outside with them Timbos, we stomp on the grounds like nothing is going on. We still shake the city up. But I dealt with a lot of issues in my life. I mean, who don't deal with issues in their life? And we just get over that shit and keep it moving.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The confidence is everything too. That's one thing I love about people from New York City in general. Yeah. It's a different type of aura, or different type of vibe at all times. So respect to that. Who were you raised to be? Like, whether it was, things that you got from your family or from the environment. Like, what was Lola Brooke like as a kid growing up?
I see. With my family, a lot of them don't really know me like that. Like, when I came around, I was more like real reserved and I might have been quiet. I always danced. Like, they always made me dance for sure. I always was dancing. They always put me on spotlight type shit. But I was more so like, I stayed to myself and I'm very respectful. Like, my mom's raised me to be a very respectful kid. So I won't talk back or anything like that. And I won't be in grown folks' business too much. But when it came down to like my cousins and all that and me outside, yeah, it's a totally different person. So when they see me on the internet, they be like, this is, what the fuck? What's going on? This is her? And they be like, yeah, because when I'm around y'all, I keep it, like it's a time and place for that. But my mom, no. My moms know my mom's now finding out like, yo, you act just like me. You're a little loony on the low. So,
Yeah.
like, I know I pick and choose when I want to bring out who I really am.
Of course.
I could always be in control.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm with you. It makes sense to me. Off of that, what's your earliest memory of falling in love with music?
50 Cent Wankster, when he dropped that video. Crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this shit is gangster. I'm like, this is what a gangster look like? Like, that's fire. And then his pocket, and then on top of that, in the video, he was showing things that I seen when I walk outside. He was showing New York City. So it was like really relatable, and I was jagging it OD.
Yeah. It's different, especially when it's people from your area, like you said. You could just tell in the video. That was me with like Slime Life Shawty, the rapper from Atlanta. In the video, I'm like, yo, I literally was just walking past that street yesterday.
Right, like, it's the New York culture, so I just tapped into it. I was stuck like glue.
For sure. Who would you say are some of your influences or other artists that you were listening to as you were coming up?
50, Lil Wayne, Meek Mill. That's my timeline.
Oh, Holy Trinity. All right.
Right there.
Why them? Speak to me about Wayne. Speak to me about
Alright, so look, and then you know what I'm saying? This how this shit go. Alright, so with 50, it was swag. It was New York culture. Like it was something I could look up to where it's the stomping grounds. So it was swag with 50. With Lil Wayne, it was more so punchlines. I used to listen back to Cannon back to back to back to back on my way to school. Like I had to understand what he was saying. I kept listening and listening and listening and listening and learning the lyrics. That's when I was like, all right, punchlines, metaphors, and all that, and shit like that, and flows.
Mm-hmm.
With Meek Mills, it was just a hunger. You could tell like he meant what he said,
Yeah.
like, and I always wanted to be boisterous. So I'm like, if he could sit here and express himself, this like solid, I could do the same shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's super real. I ain't gonna lie, Meek's Hunger, like the Dream Chasers tapes, first one, second one,
Flamers, that shit right there is going crazy.
changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Just really, really motivating music. Like you said, it was very raw, very real, and effective for sure. So where did it all begin? Like, what's the first song you ever recorded, and bring me into that thought process of you deciding to hop in the booth for the first time.
The first song I've ever recorded, I think it was to a Millie. I think it was that. But I don't think we ever bounced it. Like we went to the studio, like me and my friend, who was with me? Kiani. We was in junior high school or something like that. And I think we went to one of her family members' studio and we recorded it, but I don't think we bounced it and took it with us. I think we just recorded it and left it. So I don't know if I would count that because I don't have that. But the first song that I recorded was with my cousin, and it was a random YouTube beat, and it was like a fake love song type thing. Like I had auto-tune on. That's the funny shit. I had auto.
Yeah, you was in your bag. Hey,
I was in my bag.
Yeah, nah, that's real. What was the response like when you dropped it? What was the response like out of the gates? You remember?
I didn't think nothing of it, and then people would. I didn't think nothing of it, and then sorry, and then people would be like, "Yo, you need to do more music," and they would sing it. Like I would walk outside, and people would come up to me and sing my verse, and I'd be like shocked, or they'd use it, tweet it on Twitter or something like that, and I'd be like, "Oh, they like it? Like okay."
That's wavy. What would you say is like, all right, so from that moment, you starting to get this reception locally and whatnot. What would you say is one of the first records that really started taking off for you? And kind of any ones that stamped your arrival in the rap game?
What record I felt like was taking off for me, like I got some type of momentum. Like it don't matter how big it was, just how I felt.
Exactly. Your words.
2017 Flow. That was my first music video ever. I put that out and I had like a lot of reaction from it. Like everybody was like, yo, you need to just do it. Like a lot of people been telling me for a long time, like, yo, you need to take this rap shit serious. And I just was like, I like to do it for fun. But when I did the 2017, around Team 80, and they like inspired me to like really take it serious, and that was my first video, and they had a lot of attraction to it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask about that too. So I know you signed with them. Like, what was the logic behind choosing them, and are there any other record labels in the mix now?
All right, so like I said, I wasn't really taking the music serious. Like I just was, it was fun. So my my teammate, label mate, Bleezy, he wanted to do a song with me. So he was like, yo, let's get in the studio, whatever. Cool, boom, got to the studio, did the verse. It was so many people there. We had Uncle Mano, and it was a lot of people there. And then I remember saying to myself, like, why is there so many people in the studio? Like, why you got so many people in the studio? Like, what the fuck? What is this? He like, yo, I want you to meet somebody. I'm like, okay. So I go down and I meet 80. Well, that's why it's Team 80. I meet 80. Mm-hmm. That's the big dog of this shit. So I meet him, and it's crazy because we from the same place, the same people. He know my stepdad and everything. I'm just another generation, so I didn't know who he was, but now I know. So We just was chopping it up, and he was like, yo, you can rap. Like, you good. You might as well just do your thing. I just kept being around them, being influenced, being inspired. They was in studio recording, doing music videos or whatever, and I fell in love with it, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, I mean, and to the moon you went. I mean, it's early, but already, I mean, look at the reception you get. You know what I'm saying? Look at the way that the songs are going up. Like, definitely got that star power when you time to keep winning. So shout out to that. Shittin' Me came word. Shittin' Me came out 2019. It's another smash that's inching towards upwards of 1 million on Spotify. We're gonna get to that in a second. But where was your mind at?
When I did Shittin' Me?
Yeah.
It's a full story behind that. I'm gonna make it quick though. I remember Reefer Music, he's the producer on Shittin' Me. He did the beat. I remember the night before that, we was up till like 5 in the morning on the phone, and we just was strategizing. He like, yo, I got a drill beat for you. I think you'll go crazy on it or whatever. He like, be yourself though. Like, don't fuck with everybody else saying. Be yourself. And I'm like, all right, cool. So the next day we linked up. We had like booked a hotel and set up studio type shit. So we went to the hotel, set up studio. I do the record. He come back. He was pissed. He was like, yo, what is this? He kept it a buck with me. He like, yo, this is not, bro, I told you to do you. Like, this is not it. Like, I don't like it. He don't like it. So I'm like, what you mean you don't like it? Like, what you talking about? He like, I told you to be you. Do you. You acting like you scared. So I said, all right, cool. Say less. I went home. I was pissed. I went home. I dusted off. I got back up the next day, went back into it. And he was like, yeah, now that's how you do that shit. I just started going crazy. He was like, be yourself. Stop being scared to be yourself. Because you got to know, like, when I was doing music, everybody always had complaints about how I rap, what I rap about, my tone, my aggression, my look, my image. So I was scared to be roughneck on the tongue. Is you shitting me? And I just did it. Niggas know they can't fuck me, can't put me down in their body count. And he was like, yeah, nigga, now that's the Lola I know. And that's the story behind that.
Yeah, see, all right, one, I'm glad I asked because that's a fire story. And two, it brought me to another question. Like, how do you filter that out, especially as you're rising in the rap game? Do you pay attention to a lot of opinions, or how do you know like which ones to take seriously and which ones to kind of just, you know, throw to the wayside where they belong?
I always say, like, if somebody, they give me an opinion on something, but don't tell me how could I enhance it or how could I change it to make it better, then they ain't on shit. Like, a lot of people come up to you and they'll be like, I don't like something, but don't tell you why they don't like it. They just telling you that they don't fuck with it. You gotta have a reason why you don't fuck with it. What part you wasn't fucking with? You gotta let me know. And then if you know it don't sound good coming from me, obviously you might have an idea what can sound fire coming from me. But if you don't know that, that means you just out here doing what everybody else doing. You listening to what's trendy right now, and you just talking. You just want to hear yourself talk. So now I like, and then I used to be open-armed about a lot of people's opinions because, again, a lot of people was just doubting my sound and saying it's too hard, it's too this, it's too that. So I just was on some shit like, damn, fuck, maybe they might be right. But I ain't never give it a real chance. Like, they ain't even give it a real chance. It was just one song for a couple freestyles. And then I just started going crazy. I just stopped giving a fuck.
I too. And you know, people love to talk. Like you said, people swear they don't like things, but they engaging with it. Still adding into the conversation either way. But on the note of talking though, everybody right now is talking about don't play with it. I mean, obviously going crazy. Over 1 million spins on Spotify, over 1 million views on the YouTube. I mean, just going up, simply put. But yeah, what's the story on that one as well? How did that track come together?
All right, so don't play with it. I like the Midwest type beats. I fuck with the Midwest type beats. Shout out to Detroit. Yes. So when I did Back to Business, I remember we was at we was at my brother's house and we was recording. Like, one thing about me, it don't matter where it's at. Like, I'm going to record. If we got a setup, you can set that shit up in the bathroom and record. So we just randomly got up. We went to the trenches, of course. We went to the hood, set up in my brother's house real quick, Reefer put on Back to Business, that's when I knew I could do Midwest beats. So now I'm on the phone with Dizzy, because me and Dizzy tapped in too. I'm on the phone with Dizzy, he playing beats, and he was working on one beat, and I was like, yo, send that. He was like, I already know. He sent it to me, and I was like in the house vibing to it, but I didn't write to it. I just was vibing to it, like just to see how well I fucked with it. I took it to the studio, and then I just did what I needed to do to it. I honestly, I didn't think nothing of it. I just was trying to get my rocks off on a beat, and that's basically what it was. I did my thing. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put Billy on it. I was like, I don't want to go back in the second verse. I was gonna go back on the second verse, but I ain't really hear it. So I'm like, let me put Billy beat on it, because I relate to her, and she gonna have the same type of vibe, but still a different energy, because it's Billy.
Yeah.
And then we put it out, and they was like, you sleeping on this record, you sleeping on this record, and I just was like, I'm just trying to push the shit out for the fans.
Yeah, not real talk. And I mean, y'all both snapped. I mean, the industry is definitely taking note. Cardi B posted a clip of her bumping it, and you've also, gotten on the radar, Meek, Jada, Foxy Brown. So how does that feel to like, be entering this rap game and to have OGs in a way kind of salute you?
It feel good, because like these the same people that I was looking up to, like looking at them like, oh my God, like how they do it, how they doing it. Now that I'm doing it, it's like I look at them even more bigger than how I used to, because now I'm in the game too, and I see what they go through. So I'm like, nah, they really legends in the game. For them to keep going like this is crazy, because it's not easy. People think it's easy. It's really not easy. And
Yeah.
I respect the trophies. I respect the trophies, because I want to have the same trophies as well. So
Absolutely. That's real, and you're well on your way. On another note, other than the fiery Lucy's you put out, you also been soaring high from your performances on Bless the Booth, On the Radar, Purple Room, From the Block, Fire in the Booth. I mean, the list goes on. So I wanted to ask, what's the pregame ritual for attacking these performances? Because whatever your formula is, it seems like you got it down pat.
I always been a daredevil.
Really?
Yeah. So my energy off of that alone, it just give every time when you go, you do it like it's your big one. Like where I'm from, whatever you go out and do, when you get a chance to get past that bridge, that Brooklyn Bridge, you better come back with something. That's how I be thinking of it. Like, you better come back with something. When you get on a certain platform, you better tell these people, like, yo, I'm out here and I'm doing it. Go back home and tell them they can do it too. So that's what I be thinking in my head.
Yeah, respect to that. One other thing I want to get into really quick, your beat choice. You briefly spoke on this. Super fire. It really matches like the impact of your voice and the delivery. And I wanted to ask, it's different than, never to compare, but it's different than a lot of the other people coming out of Brooklyn right now. So yeah, what do you feel like you add to that scene, or how do you feel like you differ from the long list of fiery acts that's coming from that area?
Because of the beat selections?
Yeah, well, the beats. Oh, that's your answer. My bad.
No. I'm saying, like, you saying, like, how, because of my beat selections, we basing it off my beat selections?
Exactly. Well, that's one of the things. I can name a couple, but I think one of the things that's different is the election of the production. So yeah, any other ways that you think you stand out?
I'm small with a big tone. I mean, we got Kim, of course. We got Kim small with a big tone. Even Foxy is small, kind of small too, with a big tone. But I feel like I'm that girl that's familiar but still new. I'm that new girl that's familiar. Like, so regardless if it sounds familiar, I'm still new. I'm still a new face. I still have my own demeanor at the same time. You understand where I'm from, but I still got my own swag. And how I be picking my beats is just, I like hard shit. I mean, I slow it down and I go to like R&B. Like, I listen to R&B all the time. Like, that's how I go to sleep sometimes. I listen to R&B music before I go to sleep and shit. I listen to R&B and pop or whatever. Whatever I like is what I like. But for me to feel big, that's why I keep picking up beats, because it make me feel like I'm 6 feet.
I love that. Hey, I got like 3 more questions.
Okay.
ask you about your rap name.
All right, so when I was in high school, everybody always used to say that I look like Lola the Bunny. And I was obsessed with Lola the Bunny on the low, too. Like, I always thought she was so cute because she was a tomboy, but she was just so sexy. And then I'm from Brooklyn, so the Brook comes from Brooklyn, so it's Lola Brooke. Like, that's how I came up with it.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gator season out now. And I know you recently announced your next single, Here I Come. What do you look to make with that? What can fans expect from your next release?
Yo, I'm outside, you heard? Like, I'm
Pop it.
outside. Like, and I'm bringing them bikes back out. Y'all know how I feel about them bikes. Them bikes tearing me, though. The bikes kind of tear me. I ain't gonna front. I got like 2 bad scars on bikes. I need to slow down on them a little bit, but I'm still trying to learn how to wheelie. So I'm pretty sure I might get like another scar, but just tune in. We outside. Here I come. Like, it's the title is Here I Come, so I'm coming.
Thanks.
And I'm staying.
Let them know.
Let them know that I'm staying too, you know?
Oh yeah. You better call Meek to learn how to do that wheelie. You see me out.
Nah, that nigga, no, the first time I fell off the bike is because of that nigga. I'm straight. I'm straight, man. He gave me my first bruise from bikes. I'm straight. I'm sorry. That's my boy. But when he see this, he gonna be dying like, Lo, you fell because you fell. But it was him.
Word. I'm dead. And my last question, beyond that, what does that late 2022, 2023 flow look like for you? Where do you want to take it?
The 2023 flow?
Yeah.
What you talking about? The flows I be doing? Or you saying 2023 period? What you just
Yeah. Yeah, 2023 period.
Oh, no. Oh, because I got this thing where every year I do a flow. So it'll be like 2017 flow, 2018, 2019, 20. But I think I missed 2019. But 2023, I'm working towards being a new face of New York City. Like that right there is what I'm working on. Like I'm really excited for that because I love my city down, and I love my city to the point it's in my rap name. Like I gotta put on.
Got to. It's only right. It's only right. You off to a great. Yeah. Yeah. Lola, that was a lot. Anything else you want to say for the fans?
I just want to say, everybody, thank you for supporting me because you know I love y'all, and you know I don't take nothing for granted. But November 18th, new single is dropping with a video. I had to put that out there too, with a video. So on the 18th, Here I Come would be coming. I will be coming. And don't stream, don't play with it.
You said don't?
Or streaming platforms.
Oh, okay, got you. You said don't stream or you said go stream it?
I said go stream. I said go stream, don't play with it. I said don't. I better not have said no crazy shit like that.
No. I wanted to make sure I was hearing you correctly. Word. Yeah, y'all heard it straight like that, man. Lola Brooke, I appreciate you for taking the time. We definitely gonna be, keep our eyes peeled.
Locked in for sure. We gotta keep locked in. You know that.
Yeah, for sure. Much love.
Thank you.
Yeah.